Hey, what's up, folks?
Oh,
Welcome back to the Fireplays. For those that don't know, we are streaming on Twitch. I say that because this is probably something that's going to get uploaded to YouTube later, but we are streaming on Twitch. As y'all have noticed, we are not here alone. It's not just me and D up in here. We got our sister
no.
from another mister. Summerskin 90 is here in the house. Clap it up for Summerskin
I
90.
don't know where I am, so I'm not gonna point.
It's okay. Don't point. Don't worry about it.
Hi, everybody. My name is Krista, but you can call me Summerskin90 or Summer. It's so great to see you all again. As you know,
Yeah.
I'm sunshine all year round, and it's so great to see you all.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hey. We also do have another phantom guest. And actually, yeah, Boss Mist. She's like the little tiny tinkle right here. Some of y'all might not even be able to see her because she's like really, really small. But yes, this is Boss Mist, who is also here, and she equally submitted her answers in advance that I'm gonna be reading out to everyone. That being said, are you guys ready to get into this? I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing. Okay. Never have I ever.
Oh man.
Okay.
And
Do we have to
obviously
put our fingers up? I'm just kidding.
no fingers up. We only have 10, so we're keeping it chill. But if you
a pre-list list
So
of
when-
never have
yeah,
I ever's.
it's a pre
Okay.
list.
I get really confused about like never have I ever. So like never have I ever, like I've never done it before, or I have done it.
So if you have, so I'm gonna say never have I ever, and whatever the prompt is, and if you have done it, if you have done it, if you have done it, you'll just like raise your hand, basically. Like we're doing it
Okay.
differently because typically it's like you have 10 fingers and you would just put it down if you have done it.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
if you have done it, you're gonna raise your hand and then give us more context on it. All right. So first, never have I ever.
Okay.
First, never have I ever. Never have I ever ghosted someone after a first date. Oop.
Shamefully. Yes.
Shamefully, yes. And I've actually talked about this story before, but I like it was accidental. In my case, I went out on a date, went dancing. It was a, really nice time. And I'm not really good at replying back to messages. She messaged me like maybe 2, 3 times. I think even maybe called me. And I was oblivious to all of it. I was like, uh, I'm just not really good at replying to people. And then like years went by, and I was like, you know what? I never replied to that person.
Whatever happened to that?
What happened to them?
Wow.
Oh wait, that was me. Oh, you know
You
what?
wake up in the middle of the night. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I
Oh
forgot.
right, yeah. What about you, D?
Mine wasn't accidental. Um, I was immature, you know. This is like this is probably like sophomore year of college.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I went out with them.
You know.
I
Mhm.
wasn't really feeling it. Um, after after the whole thing went
Mhm.
home and everything,
Mhm.
they text me the next day. I just never
Yeah.
text them back.
Yeah. I understand. Mm-hmm.
I have
Yeah.
ghosted.
Mm-hmm. Fair
I've
enough.
been a ghost.
Yeah. And also
Then
everybody
that
like
thing helped.
I mean, this is obviously like a safe and positive space here. But that's just to say there is no
Yeah, we listen
no
and we don't
judging.
judge.
No, yeah, we
Yeah.
listen and we don't judge. Yeah, there's no shame in any of this. It's purely for entertainment and educational purposes. So, Voss said never. For that one, she said never. That does damage to the person you are going on a date with. It scars their view of dating, hurting them, and it's no different than stealing, in my opinion, because you didn't go there for the right reasons. You were there for a freebie and for selfish means. I am big on not wasting my time or others or causing harm to others, and this is harmful. Wow. Okay. Strong opinions. I mean, but that's totally that's totally fair, and it can be it can be damaging, but it just depends on the oh wait, hold on, did I read the wrong one for that one? Oh, okay. Yeah. I read the wrong one. That was for a different answer. So in this one, she she actually said, "Yes, I ghosted my first date as a young teen. He was a creep and I never talked to him again." Okay. Different answer. I'm just like, "Whoa, I feel a little bad for that one." But
I've been ghosted, but yeah, I've
Yeah.
never ghosted anybody.
I've also have been ghosted.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
same equally. Yeah. We've so great. People have been ghosted. Totally different answer. Yeah. Yeah. Number 2. Never have I ever looked at someone else's date night and thought, "Yep, that's us." Slash, that's me in the future. Have you done this? I think so, yeah. I think I recall a specific time. Yeah.
I don't even be paying attention
To other
Yeah.
people. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I'm oblivious. I don't even know what's going on around me.
I know that for me, there's definitely been multiple times where I've been on like a date night, and I'll see if I see like somebody else like playing with their kids, or like they're like just really lovey-dovey with their significant other, I'll be like, yeah, that's us. That's definitely like what I see as we do that all the time, or like especially since like we don't have kids right now, and especially if I see anytime I see an interracial couple with like the cutest mixed baby, I'd be like, oh man, that is me.
It's coming.
I want to be a daddy, so like seeing that, man, that rings so true. And
No.
like so yeah.
Oh, you can finish.
I mean, no, that's just like, yeah, like that's 100%. Like I see that all the time for sure when I'm on dates.
So yeah, I've never done that specifically, but when we went to Olive Garden with our friend, I actually did like look at your parents. It was just kind of like, oh,
yeah,
like
they still love
still
each other.
dating each other all this time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And
I mean,
so,
and that's
it was very nice to see them.
Yeah. That's
just
how
be there and be loving each other.
I mean, that's very true. Like, I mean, I do some. I mean, that's the same with me. Like, I see my parents all the time, and every time I see their relationship, I'm like, yeah, like to have that same like level of like connection, like that's just something that I forever strive for, or maintain, as it were. But yes, Summerskin.
I mean, I'd never really look at other people's relationships to like be like, that's what I want, or like that's what I need, because I know that Doug and I have really grown a lot in our relationship. But there are definitely things I was like, oh, I heard that this person did like this really cool like date night thing at this like event thing, and I'm like, I want to go do that. That's like things that I look at, and like, oh, just gives me ideas of different things to do with my husband. But
Right.
I don't ever look at other people and be like, oh my gosh, they're so adorable. I mean, I look at old couples like that are so cute.
That's great.
For the second one, Voss said, in terms of I'll have a nice man like that one day and go on a date like that, yes. So yeah, like she's I mean, yeah. Okay, next up, never have I ever gone on a date for free food. Nope.
I don't think I ever got free food.
Yep. I was gonna say I've definitely paid. I mean, this ties into a super quick story, but there was one time where this was like was it in high school? Yeah, it was in high school. This was during, the time when I was trying to figure out who I was gonna bring to prom, and turnabout and all those different dances. And I asked a girl who I was kind of interested in, and she was like, yeah, great. We went on a date. we went to this pizza place that was in like close by our local high school, and one, she didn't bring like any money with her, knowing that we were gonna go out on this date or whatever, which is, fine. Like, I figured I was gonna pay or whatever. And secondly, she, without telling me, invited a whole bunch of her friends. Um, a whole bunch of her
Ain't no
friends.
way.
Yeah.
Boy, no way,
Yep,
boy.
yep. She invited a whole bunch of her friends, and
I'm out.
like, and basically was, yep, and basically was like, oh, can I get like, let's get a order for, for them too. Like, let's get some pizzas.
Oh my
Let's
god,
get some like
that's
snacks and
cool.
stuff.
I would be
Earlier with
Yeah.
the social media
so
stuff.
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it
And
was another one of those like, why, like, you are a man, are supposed to pay for like me and all my girls if I invite them.
yep. Yep.
Like
Yep. Like, I like, and
that's
it changed my mood so fast. Hopefully she's better as a person now, but hey, we listen and we don't judge. To reiterate what Voss said, that does damage that does damage to the
Yeah.
person you're going on a date with. So of course she's never done it. It scars their view of dating, hurting them, and it's no different than stealing, in my opinion, because you
Yeah.
don't go there for the right reasons. You were there for a freebie and for selfish reasons. She's big on not wasting her time or others, or causing harm to others, and that is harmful. Which, yeah, it is. I can
Extremely.
I can attest that from a first-hand
Yeah,
basis.
it's literally stealing.
But
Yeah,
apparently there are a lot of women out there that
That
go
do
on
that.
Tinder
Yeah.
dates
Yep.
and to get a free meal because
Mhm.
that's
Yeah, there's a
how they
lot.
do.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't do that, everybody. That's the lesson of the day here. Next, never have I ever. Never have I ever used a movie/TV show as inspiration for a date idea. Boom. I know I've done that.
Trying to think.
Like, have you ever looked at a movie or a TV show, saw something that they did, and you're like, you know what? That would be actually really dope. That'd be a really cool thing to do for a real date. I've done it for sure.
Maybe, but I can't think of anything.
I wouldn't say I took inspiration, but I would say that I would take like quotes from movies and use it like romance movies in my relationship and be really cute. But I don't think I've really used like ideas or like from dates. Well, maybe one time I could say like, in LA, they have like the swans and you're like, I'm gonna go out there, and it's like on the movies, the romance. So like that, I guess, could be an inspiration from a movie. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got. I can't
No,
think
I
of
mean that's
anything.
fair. I've seen lots of like rom-coms of people who like they'll like play in the park, and then when it starts raining, like they hide under something, and then it gets super romantic. Like I actually have done that specific
That's so
thing.
cute.
Like there was I remember one date I went on when it did like first it was we went to like this like local Chinese restaurant place.
A succulent Chinese meal.
Yeah, a succulent Chinese meal. No, we ate like this really good Chinese food, and then we walked to the park that was like pretty close by. There was these kids that were playing on it, and we were just like walked over there, started swinging. The kids talked to us, and then they were just like, "Ooh, let's all play the floor is lava," and I was just like. I feel like such a
Destroy these
yeah.
kids.
I mean, no. I wasn't as competitive back then as I am now.
WWE.
Yeah. Just throwing kids off and like, get off, burn in the lava. But no,
At the trampoline park we went to, me to a flip off. Like,
Yeah.
I'll show you I can flip.
yeah. And you did flip. You did flip, D. We need to do that again. But anyways, but no, like there was a point where we played around with like the kids at the park, and then they obviously like left at one point. We stayed there, started raining, and the choice was either we leave or we like kind of bunker under this little like area that's in the park, this small little area. And of course, like, we bunker under the area. It's real romantic. It's very cinematical movie, like, you know what I'm saying? And we obviously, you know, had our little smoochy. But
Oh,
but
actually,
I got that directly from like a movie. And I was like, ooh,
yeah.
that's
I'm
a
gonna
that's a
backtrack a
great
little bit
idea.
because I got those park dates from a song, from one of my favorite songs. Um,
Hmm.
the chorus is "Let me be your fire, you're my one desire. If you kiss me, I won't tell. Meet me by the swings in the park after dark." And that's
Oh,
specifically where I got like hanging out, um,
wow.
at the
Yeah.
park
Yeah.
in the nighttime.
Wow.
So
Wow. So you got yours from like music, which is like, I mean, I
yeah.
think that still counts. Um Voss said, I have not. She just said I have not. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know. Oh, okay, no. So fifth one is never have I ever ran into an ex while on a date.
While on a date, no.
Yeah, I have not.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Ugh.
yeah.
Yeah. It
Mhm.
was it wasn't bad or anything because like I'm
Mhm.
not gonna lie, so a lot of my exes we have like it wasn't like a bad term,
Mhm.
I would say,
Right.
like why we broke up. And
Mhm.
so they're still kind of like friends and we talk here and there, but
Mhm.
yeah, I had to be like, yeah, this is
Mhm.
my husband now because
Mhm.
like I was
Yeah.
married.
Yeah,
So
of
yeah,
course.
it's
Of
a
course, of
little
course.
awkward, but it's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
knew that
The
I
end
was
of the world.
married, so but it's just like
Right.
when they
Mhm.
haven't seen you in a while and then they see you and you're like, oh,
Yeah. Voss says, I ran into my ex when I was on my first date with my husband while at a movie theater. It was a brief encounter and wasn't anything to really go into detail
Okay.
about, but me being there with my husband with my now husband did send a message across to leave me alone.
I don't think it would be awkward for like, cause all of my exes slash people I've dated,
Mhm.
um, it's all been pretty amicable.
Mhm.
There's no bad blood between any of us. So,
Mhm.
and some of them I am like still kind of a friends associates
Right.
with.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
maybe the person I ghosted, that would be awkward.
Yeah, yeah. That's the only one that I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, this could have been you, but that was on me.
Yeah. Sorry if you're out there.
Hey, sorry
Sorry.
if you're out there. My bad. You know, I'm
I
sure
could
you're
at least
better
told
off.
you like, hey,
Yeah,
just
yeah. No, like, yeah, but
just
I
make the
did you a
best of it
favor.
out.
Look at you. You look at you all better for yourselves. So, next one. Never have I ever used a date night as an excuse to get out of household chores. So never have I ever like just when there's like a whole bunch of stuff that needs to get done around the house, you're like, you know what? I want to go on a date. Let's go on a date.
I've never
I
done that.
I guarantee you, yeah. There's that
I've
that
never done that.
yeah. I mean, and
Actually,
it
for me, it's
yeah.
kind of the opposite. I feel like I can't go out
Uh-huh.
um unless I like get my stuff together.
Mhm. It
Like so I hold myself back from going out.
yeah.
Well, I'm married, so I'm like, hey, I don't really feel like
Yeah.
cleaning the
Yeah.
house. Let's just go
Yeah.
somewhere.
Mhm.
Because the thing is like we're gonna have to. We have our specific cleaning day anyway,
Mhm.
so we're gonna do it together.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because he'd be like, I'm tired, I don't want to do anything, and
Yeah.
like we worked all day, and then I'm like, well, let's just go out to eat, and then on our
Mhm.
day off, we'll just clean the house. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
Because
Mhm.
he has no excuse.
I mean, I can absolutely attest to that. Like, there are definitely times when like I feel the same way as D does, where it's like, look, I can't do anything else until like the house is decent because Sometimes the house can affect the mood too. You'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything lovey-dovey. Like the house is dirty, you know. Uh, but there's also times when it's just like, you know what? We have so much that we have to do. We have so much that we need to clean. Let's leave first, get ourselves together, do some fun stuff, and then come back and be miserable.
See,
You know.
I'm
So
doing other things. But no, I can't go on a date if my
yeah, so it's kind of it
my
like,
home.
you know, we
Bringing the girl back to your place, of course you're like, I'm gonna clean my house
yeah,
before I
yeah,
bring you back.
right.
Because that makes sense. Like,
Mhm.
but see, I never had that. I never had it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's fair. And Vault says never. Like she's similarly to D. She says never. Next, never have I ever. Never have I ever gone on a romantic date but spent the whole time venting about my problems.
I would never. That is a
Yeah.
that's a huge no for me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I haven't either. I haven't either. But
I think
it
the people that do that, like,
Mhm.
seriously should have just hung out with somebody else and not on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voss said no. Conversations were always a variety of topics, which I think
Mhm.
that's proper for dating. Okay, never have I ever forgotten a planned date night and had to make something up last minute. So, like, let's say you had a date, you were like, you know, it's like, all right, this date is, you know, supposed to be on this time on this day. Oh snap, I forgot to plan
Yes.
anything. Okay, you know, yeah,
Nah,
no,
I'm too
yeah. I'm
rigid to
yeah.
do that. I'm
I'm very much
strict.
I'm very much a like, this is what we're supposed to do. We cannot divert from the plan. Or else it's all ruined, you know.
I never made really like this is the date, but that's because I'm the girl, and so most of the time the guy is like
Mhm,
figuring out what the date's supposed to be, right?
mhm.
And actually, I just go with the flow.
Like I'm good with being adaptable on the fly with
Mhm.
like figuring something out when we're together, but like if it's like, oh snap, it's the day of and the plan, like if I don't have a plan, I feel lost. And then I'll be like, well, I'm,
Mhm.
you know, at that point I just like shut her in and be like, at that point I would just be like, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well, it's not a good time, and I also just forgot about
Mhm.
planning something, so can we reschedule? You know, and I promise this next one is gonna blow your mind.
But you
You know,
you don't cancel last minute, right? You cancel early enough so
yeah.
that
Oh
she's not
yeah,
getting ready. Okay,
yeah.
because I
No,
was gonna say that's
no, 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 no,
not a
no, no,
very
no.
nice thing to
Yeah,
do to a
no, no,
girl
no, no,
when
no,
she's
no.
looking
Yeah,
forward to going
no.
on a date.
We're coming up on a specific situation. If that were to happen, and it's like, oh snap, like tomorrow's the date, and this got moved and that got moved, and now everything's just ruined. Then yeah, I would be completely transparent, being like, so this is what I had planned for us, but this happened and this happened and this happened. So would it be okay if we moved it to the next day? You know, and instead of that,
Mhm.
let me do something else with you. Like, let's do something else, and then we can do that the next day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
now it's now it's like an additional to what already was happening. But anyways,
Yeah.
luckily that's never happened for me.
Are you guys open to like? Sorry, are you guys open to like asking what she'd be into? You know what I mean? 'Cause,
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah.
I
That-
feel
Of
like
course.
this fit
like
into-
That's like the first thing that's the first thing I
yeah,
asked
that's the
before, you know.
go-to.
Like, cause
yeah.
typically, yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like typically for me, like I like to ask before I even think about like what I want to
Mhm.
do. Is like,
Mhm.
what would you be into doing, you know? And then
Yeah.
if at that point they say, actually, I would love for you to just take the reins, surprise me, and I'm like, bet, got you, you know. You know, and if not, and if they're just like, no, actually, I specifically want to do this, I'd be like, bet, I will do nothing, you know.
Uh-huh.
So like you know, I'm very malleable in that regard. And Voss just said never. So that's a lot of nevers here. But never have I ever pretended to enjoy an activity just to spare my date or spouse's feelings.
I have.
I definitely have.
Yeah.
Yep.
The reason that's listed though,
What? Yeah.
for me, uh, I like passion in people.
Mm-hmm.
So like I can sit and talk with someone about something that I have no interest in because I'm interested in the passion that they have for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
for me, like I could sit and enjoy something
Mm-hmm.
that I don't have as long that I don't like,
Yeah.
as long as I know that this is something that the other person is like
Yeah.
super into. They love this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've done it, but not in the way that the question asks.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and like it's with a slight grain of salt, but I have done it. Like there's definitely times where like there've been activities that I was not like very like particularly interested in, but like in the same light of what you were saying, D, the passion of the person who I'm with, like seeing them happy is what was like kind of the driving force of my interest in what was going on. So it's like, no, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't like, I'm not exactly keen to doing this, but um you seem to enjoy it, and at the same time, like
Mhm.
your enjoyment is making me have fun. So yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, word for word, bar for bar, uh yeah, I think that's definitely like the same for me. Voss said never. She almost enjoys going out. I'm assuming that just means like she enjoys almost everything
The same,
that
which
they
Dr.
do.
Fire Angel said too.
Yeah.
Like they like the same stuff as their boyfriend.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of the stuff that, I mean, me and my partner, like we love a lot of things, a lot of like similar things, but there's also a lot of stuff that we don't like have the same interests in, but to be in the same area with each other is like enough to still enjoy like the
Mhm.
situation without enjoying the activity directly.
Yeah.
um
I would say for
mhm,
me, so like my husband doesn't really like dancing and he's not a dancer.
mhm,
So a big part of me is like I like going out dancing and he would go
Mhm.
out with me, especially when I turned 21.
mhm,
But then after over time he was like, "Oh, you can just go out. It's okay." Like
mhm,
he is okay cuz like I think it's important to have your own things that you do on your own.
mhm.
That's a
Facts.
big
Mhm.
part of being
Facts.
your own
Yeah.
person in your
Yep.
relationship and understanding each other and coming together. If you have
Mhm.
too many things that are the same, I feel like you never get that alone time that you actually do need. And it's
Mhm.
important for that alone time. And that's
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
important in any relationship, I feel.
Last never have I ever, and I actually really like this one. Never have I ever fallen asleep in the middle of a date.
In the middle of a date.
So in the middle of a date, you fall asleep. Yep, I certainly have.
My husband has. We were out dancing and he was in the corner and he fell asleep and the
Yep.
music's like,
Yeah. Yep.
and he's like,
Yep.
he's
Oh, I'm
Yep.
excited.
Yep.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
I'm sure I've fallen asleep on a. No, I have. I fell asleep on the worst date of my life.
Oh, it's probably a good thing then. But what?
No, but I don't even know if I can count this as a date.
Okay.
So this was high school. Um, my friend and I, who's basically my brother,
Uh-huh.
even got the same last name. That's wild.
Wow.
But uh, he was dating this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she uh had a friend. He's like, "Oh, we can make this a double date." So we meet up
Uh-huh.
at this movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the date was not into me.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
he just
then we
showed
get
up
into
for the
the
free
movie.
movie and popcorn.
Ah. Mm.
So we went into the theater. And we both meet two different people. Like us two who were dating, meet two different people in the theater.
What?
Um, we all went to see. It was Cowboys and Aliens. Um,
Oh, that movie. Okay. Interesting.
And like during that movie, I slept through most of it. I
Yeah.
have no idea what that movie is about to this day
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I
man.
fell
Mhm.
asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that happened.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say it's like the same kind of similar situation for me, more specifically to like the movies. Again, that's why I don't think the movies is a great place to do
Yeah, movies
dating.
put me to sleep in general.
Yeah.
So like,
I don't typically go to sleep on movies, but some movies literally just have that effect where I'm like, yeah, man, this couch is this little recliner chair is real nice. You know what? But yeah, I mean, there's been there's only been like one real time where I it was with me and my partner, and like I think this was like post work, like long day of work and everything, and
of
we
course.
decided like to go to like late night movies for like a date, which I mean, I know it's almost like, oh well, is that a date technically, because like it's not, but I mean, I think it's basically considered a date. But like we went to the movies, immediately fell asleep. I don't even remember what movie we saw. I just
Oh
fell
my
asleep.
gosh.
I fell asleep, woke up, everybody was clapping. I'm like, all right, well, that was great. Yeah, it was a great movie. Um,
Time
uh,
to go.
so yeah, I mean, but yeah, most of the time, no, like, and I'm not like
That's why I
mid,
like to move.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
why
for
like we need
real,
to do
like,
something
I need to do something
physical.
that's like very active based and has us like,
Yeah.
doing some stuff. Typically, yeah. On that healthy note, we're gonna close it out now. Thank you guys again so much for popping in. We appreciate every single one of you guys, those who got to lurk, those who got to pop in, pop out, those who stuck around. We appreciate
Yeah.
every last one of you. Shout out to Summerskin90, shout out to Voss Mist, shout out to Glamorous Lady, Ideal Sapphire, you know what I'm saying, for all the loves. Shout out to Dan the
Thank
Man
you
for
guys so
popping
much
in.
for the subs today. The
Yeah,
gifted subs
the
and
subs,
the
the biddies, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy
Xavier
out here. Thank
popped
y'all
in. I
so
see you.
much.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, like, seriously, Dark Fire Angel, we appreciate you. I can't go too far back in the messages, but everyone who popped in, we appreciate every last one of you.